Dutch knife collector here. I have a bunch of knives for me. These are all very low priced knives. I suppose you could say cheap knives. But these are some examples from cheap knives, but they are not cheap at all. Some random picked knives out of my low budget knives collection. Few brands, and they are all examples of very low price knives, but with high value. So let's start out. Let's line these up. And let's start. First of all, I have a few Enlan knives, Enlan Bee. I have in front of me 4 Enlan knives. Enlan, also known as Bee, or some models called Bee, is a Chinese company which produces several brands, several models, varying from small to big. Mostly they use G10 handles, but also aluminum, plastics. For example, on this particular knife, micarta. This is a knife, I think about 15 euro or $15. It's a Tanto. This is the L01. I picked this knife up from eBay, I think, because I like the micarta and the size of the knife. It's a very well built knife. Thick steel liners, good lockup. Now, I'm not using this regular, so I have to adjust myself. It is not very smooth. I think I have to clean this one. But it can be opened easily one-handed, and also of course closed. I think I have to clean up this one. It's with Teflon washers, and in my memory, when I used this knife, it was much more smoother. So probably because of lying down, the grease clogged up with dust and dirt. Okay, so this is an example of Enlan. Another example of Enlan. This is a bigger knife, as you can see. This is a flipper with thick steel liners, G10 handle scale, good lockup, easily opened and closed one-handed, well centered, but you have to give a little wrist to open it, and then it snaps open good. All these knives from Enlan are made with HCR 13 or HCR 14 sometimes, and sometimes 9CR 13. is another Enlan. This is a very popular model. This is the EL06. It's one of their so-called tactical models, I think. Also a thick liner. This one is very smooth and snaps open with authority, so to say. G10 handle scale HCR. Very nice blade shape, I think. And another example. This will cost about 20 euro. This will cost about 20 euro, 15 euro, and this will cost about 25 euro. This is also a big knife from Enlan. G10 handle scale. On the other side, a metal frame lock. Big blade, HCR, and this is the EL08, I think. Yes, this blade shape I really like. It's a wide blade, kind of harpoon, a late harpoon. Very smooth, well centered, great action, flow through design. And it comes with a very sturdy pouch. Belt loop. This will cost about 25 euro, 25 bucks, maybe less. Very nice knife. So 4 examples of Enlan, Chinese brand. Cheap knives, low price knives, budget knives, but high value. These knives perform very well. Maybe you have to sharpen them a bit more often than, for example, a 30 steel or a CPM 154. But they sharpen very easy, and often with stropping you can maintain the edge pretty well. I always recommend these knives use a strop, so you don't have to sharpen them that much. Very nice blades for little bucks, little euros. Okay. Then real steel. I've showed real steel before, previous. These are some of the cheap models of real steel. This one is, for example, about 25 to 30 euro or dollars. It's a mid-sized knife, G10 handle scale, HCR 14 steel. It's a flipper, very well built, flow-through design, very nice action, as well with the flipper as with the thumb studs. This one I see I have to adjust, but they are, yeah, this one I have to adjust to center it. But very nice knives, very well built, great fit and finish. They are a grade higher than the Enlan knives, I think. And the same goes for this one. This is built by San Renmu for real steel, HCR 14 steel. This is also very smooth, nice big blade. G10 handles, thick steel liners, very much value, and this one is about 20 euro, $20. Next, another Chinese brand, and this is Harns. It's a big blade, 9.5 centimeter. This is the Viper. Brown G10 handle scales, very thick steel liners, flow-through design. It's a heavy knife, very nice slim blade shape, with a flat grind. This is a great slicer, very smooth, great action, with a very sturdy lockup, no blade play. The same goes for the showed ones, no blade play at all. This knife costs about €18, $18, and it's a great value. This is 9CR14 steel. I don't know the difference between the 8CR and the 9CR. This is probably a bit harder, but performance wise I can't notice any difference between these steels. I like this design, that's why I built this knife. Okay, the horns. Ganzo makes very nice sturdy knives. Disadvantage of Ganzo is they copy all the designs from well-known Western brands, mostly American brands, but they make they put their own name on it and their own model number. But they make them very nice, very sturdy, thick liners, thick G10 with lots of grip. This is one of the most popular models, very smooth. They use mostly a copy of the Access Lock from Benchmade. They do it really good job. They make their knives with 440C. I don't know if it's really 440C or if it's the Chinese equivalent for 440C. Could be, I don't know, but performance wise these are very nice knives. Next, Ontario, and now I didn't want to show the red 1 or the red 2, everybody knows that, but this is a little bit less known. This is the Utilitac, the Utilitac 2. FRN handle scales, looks very much like G10 but more a plastic kind of feel. It's quite a different model than the Ontario Red 1 or the Red 2, but it's pretty much the same knife. Same materials, Ors-8 steel, FRN handles, steel liners, but the Utilitac has a bit more attractive blade shape, I think. A bit more complicated grind with a nice swedge, nice flats, hollow grind. Very capable knife. I'm not used to it. I never carry this one, so believe me, it can be flicked out easily. My muscle memory is not supporting the Utilitac. It can be flicked. Very nice knife. So these are some examples of cheap knives, but very high value knives. These are not cheap in performance or execution. These knives are all highly recommended because of the value offered. I'll line it up. All about mid-size to big. Nice steels. So if you are on a budget, these all are very nice knives with a high value, highly recommended.